Low carb liquor. No.
Low carb coffee liqueur.
Okay, we're gonna get this right. I'm gonna teach you how to make a low carb coffee liqueur. Hey y'all, hey, Erica and Jason from Time to Shrink, and it's time for another episode of Time to
Drink.
There we go. All right, y'all, tonight we are doing kind of a requested episode. We are going to teach you how to make our Kahlua, and then after, this is what it looks like, but I'm going to take you through it start to finish how you make a Kahlua.
Ours has rum and vodka in it. Kahlua traditionally has rum.
Right.
Coffee liqueur traditionally has vodka. This is just our little twist on it,
Yeah.
but it's all low carb.
Thanks for the help, babe.
And it's delicious. Hey,
Thanks for the help. I was having trouble getting that out, y'all. This is not in our cookbook, so we will be sharing the entire recipe right down below. And
You'll see the whole process here.
yeah, you're going to see the whole process. Let me just take you through it.
Special
and
edition.
Yeah, let me take you through it, and then we'll come back here and we'll make a few drinks real quick. All right, y'all, now we're going to go ahead and make the Kahlua. I promised I would show you exactly how to do it. You can either do rapid infusion Kahlua, or you can do one that takes about a month to 6 weeks. So obviously I'm going to show you the rapid infusion because you don't want to hang out with me for the next 4 to 6 weeks to see the result. But I've done it both ways, and I have to say the rapid infusion tastes just as good, but I will show you a couple tips that I think make it get better after
it doesn't take 6 weeks to get better, but it's a little bit of a trick to help it get better as it ages a little.
So the way I do rapid infusions, y'all, well, first let me say, I'm drinking a drink that he made. Jason made this for me. You
on the
came
live
up
show,
with this.
wasn't it?
Yeah, he made this on the live show last week, so if you want the recipe to this, it's on last week's live show in the description.
What is this?
The cinnamon maple whiskey sour.
Yeah, we're not so good with the names, but we're great with the drink.
We don't make cute names, but it's very descriptive. But this is like fall in a cup, and I'm addicted to it, and this is my favorite drink these days. So even though we're making Kahlua drinks today, what I did when I was figuring out how to make Kahlua, y'all, was we bought these little Kahluas. We looked into what was in them, and then as we would make, we would taste. Make, taste.
It was really
back
tough
and
work,
forth,
y'all. Really tough work.
Back and forth to figure out how to make it taste as much like this little on-brand Kahlua. And what I thought I knew ahead of time was that Kahlua was made with vodka, but Kahlua, the coffee liqueur brand, is actually rum.
Yeah.
But we're using a mix of both.
Yeah,
the first time I made it, I did more vodka and less rum, but we think it's going to turn out better this way. This is the first time that we're making it this way, so we'll taste it and let you know if I was completely off base. I actually have another Kahlua that's still left from that vodka one, so we can taste them. We'll do that and tell y'all what we think.
Definitely.
So, rapid infusion. Long story short, it's in my book. I teach you how to do it in the book, and I give you lots of different ideas of what you might want to use. You can flavor your own vodkas that way and keep it low carb, or whatever alcohol you want to infuse.
Now, do you have a link to this apparatus in the book?
I will have a link to this.
Is that in the book?
This is absolutely linked in the book, but we'll link it down below too. This is what you normally see like at a coffee shop that they use for whipped cream, but what it is highly pressurized whatever's in here.
Right.
So it comes with, well, you have to order them on the side, but these little, this is an off-brand, but it's nitrous oxide chargers. So we're going to make it with a rum. I've already measured things out just to make it go faster. So this is 187 milliliters of rum.
This is Demerara.
Yeah, you're right. I should explain that. You can use any rum that you want, but this is a darker rum. Think like brown sugar, kind of, but without the carbs. It's 0 carbs. I like to use coffee beans, y'all, and I specifically like to use White Russian coffee beans. This is coffee from Bones. You can use whatever kind of coffee is your favorite. I love the flavor of this White Russian, and why would you not make Kahlua with White Russian coffee? Because you're going to turn it into a White Russian anyways, right? Or maybe. When I'm rapid infusing, I think that the coarse grounds is better because there's more surface area in this bottle.
Exactly.
When I'm doing it, the 6-week-long version, I kind of like to just use the beans.
And let them soak. And it's a little bit different.
But rapid infusion uses a little bit, a little bit different chemistry. So coarse coffee beans. and then 1 vanilla bean split down the middle, and I kind of used my knife and like pried it open a little bit so that all of that surface area, again, surface area, is getting infused in here.
And we're going to filter it really well. So.
And last time I used half of a vanilla bean, but this time we're going all in. All in, whole vanilla bean, and that's going to... It's all over my fingers.
I don't have my towel in like for you, bitch.
I know, I need my towel. And then I usually use a combination of things. 1 cinnamon stick. You can use the peel of an actual orange. I don't have any today. And I have like little bits of orange peel. So I'm using a teaspoon of orange peel. Same with the allspice berries. I can't find my allspice berries, but I'm just gonna use some ground. And then I've got some ground cocoa nibs. You don't have to use any of these ingredients. The majorly important thing would be the cinnamon stick and the vanilla bean. This is just a little extra added flavor that I like. You can skip this part if you don't want to purchase those pieces.
If you don't have them in your house, don't go out and buy them.
Yeah. So we've got our rum, our coffee, our cinnamon stick, our vanilla, and then the other aromatics that I chose to use. You can totally skip on those if you don't want to purchase them, if you don't already have them. And then the next thing that we're going to do is infuse this puppy. So how you infuse it is, where's my top? Here it is. You just make sure there's a seal that comes with this. You got to we've made that mistake once or twice. Make sure that after you clean it that you've got your seal back in place. Okay, so you take a charger and you just drop it down in this, and then you twist it on. I don't know if y'all are going to be able to hear this or not, but let's see if you do. It makes a really like hissing noise. So yeah, I don't know if y'all heard that, but it made a hissing noise, and then once that noise is done, I shake it for about 20 seconds or so. I don't even know if you need shake it like you mean it.
Are you doing 2 charges on this one?
Yes, I am. Now, technically, the instructions will say you only ever use 1 charger when you're charging these things, but
always follow the instructions.
Yeah.
Always follow the instructions.
But I learned through the mixologist grapevine that if you double up on the nitrous oxide in here, it really does that infusion. So, I don't know if you heard that, but that's in there. Again, it's feeling really, really cold now. And I'm going to shake it again. I don't know that I really need to, but I feel like there's all that surface area that needs to like be exposed to my rum, right? So then what you want to do is let it sit for like 20 or 30 minutes, okay? Like ideally 20 minutes or so, just to let that surface area have a little more time to infuse. And we are not going to wait that long tonight because I want to show you. So, all right, so I'm going to take my Boston shaker. And I usually do this over the sink, but I think we'll be okay. What we're trying to do is get the pressure out, but if it sends any kind of liquid out, we're going to try and catch it. There we go. So if it's not opening very, very easily, I would do that process again, because this is not hard to open. Now, this is the hardest, most laborious part, is you've got to get all that coffee grain gone, right? So what I do is I do like a 2 or 3 step strain, and what we've found is that this is my favorite strainer. Like I use this all the time when I'm making soup, when I'm doing soup broth or soup stock. So first we're going to go through here, and then we're going to go through this really, really fine coffee strainer.
That's just our coffee. That's from our coffee pot.
This is just from the coffee pot.
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing fancy there.
Nothing fancy. So we're going to do this strain first and just dump it in, Jay. I'm going to pull out the vanilla beans, and I'm going to pull out the cinnamon stick, and I'm going to have Jason just rinse them off just to get the coffee off. If you'll rinse those off for me. So I'm still seeing some, so I'm probably going to do this one more time. All right, so what I'm going to do is get the bottle that I'm going to ultimately put this in, and we're about halfway done, y'all. I take my vanilla bean. This is my little special trick. I take my vanilla bean and put it in here, as well as my cinnamon, so that as the whole time this sits on my bar over the next few weeks to months, it's infusing a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And I'm telling you, it's going to taste good now, but it'll taste even better in a week or two. So I mean, these are expensive ingredients. Vanilla beans are not cheap, so, you know, use it up, double it up. So now we're going to take this little contraption. I mean, this is ridiculous, but I have a little funnel.
That's how it's made to work, honestly.
I have a little funnel and I have a big funnel. The little funnel fits into here, but this gives me less room to mess up. Here's my really fine filter, and we're gonna go. I can see. It shouldn't need to catch anything, but it did a little bit. We haven't added any sweetness, and Kahlua is sweet, right? So what we're using is this liquid wholesome allulose. It's a liquid allulose. If you have granulated allulose and you don't want to buy this, go ahead and make yourself a simple syrup by combining 1 1/3 of the allulose to 1 cup of water and make your own simple syrup that way. But I just save a step and buy this liquid allulose for when I do this. It doesn't really change the cost for us. It doesn't change the cost. It's just, so what we have here is 1/2 cup of the liquid allulose, 75 milliliters of vodka, and 125 milliliters of water. We're using that to cut down on the alcohol content, and this we made a really strong base. So we found that it needed to have some water to cut it. Otherwise, your Kahlua is going to be seriously strong. And it's going to be seriously strong anyway. Yeah, but you don't want your Kahlua to be insanely strong, because usually drinks that are made with Kahlua, you add other alcohols to as well, right? So that is it. Here's your Kahlua. Put a little label on it, and you've now got Kahlua, y'all. So we're going to put the Kahlua in the middle one. So this is the straight up store-bought high carb. Very high carb Kahlua. Very high carb. And then we're going to take our new one. This is our rum base. Pour a little bit. This Kahlua. One has more rum. When I originally made my recipe, I used more vodka. My vodka to rum ratios, I totally flipped this time. So now we're going to take this one that's been sitting for a while but is mainly vodka. So taste the Kahlua first. Straight up Kahlua. And then we'll taste our coffee liqueurs. Tastes like Kahlua. It does. Very surprising that it tastes like Kahlua, huh? Okay. I like that better than this one. I already know because I've had this one. My new version is way better. Oh, yeah. It's way more just like this. Yeah. It's rum based. Yeah, it's because this is rum based and this was vodka based. Like night and day. My vodka one was, we thought it tasted good, but I could never feel like it tasted just like this. This one is more 1-to-1. This one tastes off the charts. This one is more complex with the rum flavor. This you're getting just a lot more of the coffee taste. This is just, the vodka doesn't offer quite as much. If you want straight up coffee liqueur, something that's alcoholic but tastes exactly like coffee, go with this. Because even all of the layers of flavor that I put in this, it still pretty much tastes like I'm drinking coffee. Yep. With a little bit of a burn of vodka, but we use good quality, so it doesn't even really have a burn. No. And then this one, I'm really proud of this one. Yeah, it's a little bit more complex. You can really pick up the rum. I'm tasting the flavors, not just the rum and the sweetness. I'm tasting the flavors, and the longer it sits, like I said, that cinnamon and vanilla. Anyways, okay, we're gonna clean up here a little bit, and then Jason's gonna make a few Kahlua drinks for y'all. We have, I think, 3 drinks that we're gonna make. 4, I think. 4? I don't remember. All right, we'll see you in just a second. Let me clean this up. All right, so I've walked you through how to make your coffee liqueur, Kahlua, whatever we want to call it. And Jason is going to kind of take over now and show you some drinks that you can do with this. We had a lot of requests for certain drinks and for the Kahlua in general, how you would possibly make that low carb. So I hope that was helpful, and it really is pretty easy. So Jason, you tell us. All right. Well, what are the most requested drinks with coffee liqueur? The Russians, a lot of people ask for a black Russian, and a lot of people ask for a white Russian. So we're going to show you that. Super simple. We're going to show you that right now. Okay. Right. Black Russian coming up. Very easy. Don't need that yet. But if y'all know me, you know what's coming. I got the vermouth out. Stay tuned. All right, Black Russian, 2 ounces of vodka. Can be any kind of vodka you want. We like this local rye vodka. It just has a special flavor to it. Building this right over the ice. 2 ounces of vodka. 1 ounce of coffee liqueur. And there's your Black Russian. It's that simple. Give it a little shake in the glass if you want. Enjoy. I like it. It's a classic drink. I think it's very good. I just feel like you've already got all the rum and vodka in this, and then you're just adding more vodka, right? Oh, you gotta be careful with these, y'all. You gotta be careful with these, let me tell you. Yeah. All right. You don't want a Black Russian? Take you 1 ounce of cream.
There's your White Russian. It's that simple.
Russian.
It's that simple. Now that is absolutely.
Use a cinnamon stick to stir it.
Yeah, use a cinnamon stick. Leave it in there.
You can even put a little sprinkle of cinnamon on top to make it more like a fall. It's enjoyable. It's very tasty. You could down those,
right, and get yourself in trouble.
It's very tasty.
All right, so those are the easiest two right there.
This next drink, we did a live stream. Every Friday night we have a Time to Drink episode, but we're trying at least once a month to do a live stream, and it was so fun. We did it last Friday. It's still up if you want to go watch it. We had a lot of fun, but one of the people on it, hi Hazel, one of the people, Cindy. Why can I not say that word? Cindy. I called her the wrong thing, the whole thing, and I was staring right at it. I just can't speak apparently. C-I-N-D-Y. Anyway, she said, can you make a Colorado Bulldog?
And we were like, we have no idea what it is.
What the heck?
So, of course, Jack looked it up real quick.
Yeah.
And
Offset, Jack looked it up real quick, and we could totally make it. So we made it live right on the spot, and Jason was like gaga over it.
Oh, it was so good.
It was so good.
So we're going to use the coffee liqueur, so we're going to make it right now.
Just so let's make that one real quick.
It's almost exactly like a White Russian.
It starts out that way.
It really does. It really does. So again, build it over ice. For the Colorado Bulldog, you only need an ounce of the vodka. Okay, so that's the difference. Ounce of the vodka.
How much? What percent was this?
An ounce is 20.
This is 20% alcohol, so it's not extra potent. We had made one that was extra potent, but we've made a few variations, and this is the one we landed on.
Go with your cream, and right there you're looking at a White Russian. So what makes this a Colorado Bulldog is you top it with Coca-Cola.
Right, and so we did obviously.
I know it sounds like, what are you doing? But it is so good. 2 ounces does the trick. So whoa, and splash it all over the place.
Making a mess, babe. Making a mess.
And it just gives that kind of frothy.
Yeah, you could also. We were thinking use root beer maybe.
Yeah, it gives kind of that root beer float type of feel to it. So it's so good. I mean, they're just.
It's good.
They're really good.
It's pretty amazing. We were very thankful for her that suggestion, and I wanted to make sure it made an episode so that we can tell you exactly how to make it. And as always on these, if we made it tonight, it will be down below the recipe exactly how to do it.
So those are 3 simple drinks. They all have a little bit of a change in the flavor profile. I'm turning into you, can't talk. A little bit of a change. This next one completely different. Okay, completely different. So if these sweeter coffee liqueur drinks, kind of desserty type drinks aren't your thing, here we go. I got something for you. All right.
Jason's becoming famous for the martini.
All right, I gotta get my martini shaker. We thought we were ready and we weren't. Espresso martini. Here's how we're gonna make it. 2 ounces of vodka. Again, we're using this rye vodka because we just love the way it tastes.
Yeah, if you're in the South, it's heirloom rye vodka.
Half an ounce of dry vermouth, because no martini is complete without it. All right, now we're gonna go half an ounce. You only need a half an ounce of the coffee liqueur. It's so strong you will get the flavor. Plus you're gonna see something else here. This is a shot of espresso, 1.5 ounces. This is like a medium blend. We just freshly brewed it on our Nespresso machine or whatever it is we have. I'm gonna go with, that's 1.5 ounces of espresso. So you're gonna overfill your shaker. Right there it's filled, what we would normally say. We're gonna overfill it. Make sure we get a lot of ice in there. And then I like the martini shaker for this. The martini shaker is nice because you can then just take the top off and be patient, go all the way. You'll get that nice little foam up on the edge. Eric's got something fun for it.
This is just like a little cinnamon sugar, not real sugar. And then you're going to, what we're going to do with this is take a cinnamon stick, gosh y'all, words. And you're going to take a toothpick and go part way in there because the cinnamon stick's not going to sit out quite far enough.
Or ours aren't.
Or at least ours aren't. And then we're going to go in here and you just slide it down the side, but to make an even prettier presentation, I like to take the bottom of it and kind of swirl and swirl and swirl so your cinnamon is swirled around the top, and then slide that down in.
There you go.
So it's pretty and super tasty. You get a
Espresso
little bit of cinnamon all the way
Martini.
around the top.
You want to try it, or this
Yeah,
is your
no,
bag?
I could drink this. It's quite good. And I'm not a martini person generally either, but this is quite good.
It's cold, it's subtle, you can taste all the elements of the different alcohols. It's a very complex drink.
Yeah.
It really is wonderful. If you like cocktails, it's worth making.
Right. And
just
if
to enjoy.
it's not fall, you might not put the cinnamon on the top, but I was just feeling it. I was feeling it, and it makes it,
Whoa!
it just makes it prettier. So, bon appetit. Do you say that with drinks? Probably not.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Drink up.
Drink up. Cheers. So there's just a few examples of what you can do with low carb liqueur, and it is something that's pretty easy to make. It lasts forever pretty much.
And we don't refrigerate it, it just sits on our bar.
Yeah, remember,
It will-
vodka preserves things. So if it's got a bunch of vodka in it, it doesn't need to be
2
refrigerated.
to 3 months, we've had ours out easy.
I think it could
and
easily be there 6
it's-
months.
It's good. It's so very good.
Just like our triple sec, our Kahlua, our coffee liqueurs, any kind of the liqueurs that we make, they sit out on your bar. You're going to use them over the next 6 months or so, and they're going to be just as good every time. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope this answered some questions as far as how to make this and then what to use it for. And we will be back with y'all next Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Bye, y'all. Be blessed.